Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Panzer Corps 2. It seems like because this game is pretty bad in regards to its design, they cannot allow you to walk only one path. Like, the game cannot check currently whether you actually held Stalingrad or not. It needs to ask you. So doing that secondary objective is completely useless. I wonder if I can even get the disobeyed orders thing, even if I did not actually get them. Maybe I wouldn't, but I would have to check that in the what's it called? The editor. I can see whether, or basically just in the coding, I can see whether it matters at all or not. That's just so shitty. It's really dumb. Anyway, this is the final mission. I just don't understand why they really don't, like, you know, fix it. That's just so bad. Anyway, with Stalingrad secure, your forces have been ordered to rotate out of the conflict zone. General Paulus, however, will not abandon Stalingrad, obeying his orders to hold the city with 6th Army. But as the situation descends into chaos, Paulus is rapidly losing the ability to command his troops. In the midst of this, Oberst Wagner received a secret communication requesting your forces to also stay behind. Did you disobey your orders and defend the airfields outside of Stalingrad? Or did you just, well, blah blah blah, disobeyed orders, accept. Operation Blood. In direct violation of our orders and against my better judgment. We're here, Lieutenant. Would you like to explain to General Night Phoenix why we are still hiding in Stalingrad? Is this schmuck again? I thought he was seriously, like, I don't remember. I kind of thought he was dead. Or replaced. Huh. I'm sorry, Herr Oberst, but I thought it was the only way. So it was this idiot. The only way for what? Save the 6th Army. I've done the calculations, supply requirements for the army, distance from supply lines, strength of the Soviet forces. Hundreds of thousands will be lost. We have our orders, and it is for the greater good for... with respect, I do not agree, which is why I asked you to stay. But if the whole 6th Army is doomed by staying, what purpose is there in us joining them? 6th Army will stay in Stalingrad, but on paper only, Herr Oberst. I do not think you understand how rapidly the situation has deteriorated. Every day, Field Marshal Paulus loses more and more ability to coordinate with the men he has left, and soon they'll be starving and unfit to travel, let alone fighting. What have you arranged? The primary objective is to move 6 evac transports inside the Western Extraction Zone. We have to keep at least 6 evac transports alive. I have organized orders for those who are too wounded to travel to keep up the appearance that 6th Army is still in Stalingrad. But any men fit for travel have been made ready to evacuate the city, and they will break out with your forces to escort them. You have done this on your initiative. Well, not entirely. What of Field Marshal Paulus? I'm afraid for the deception to work, he will have to remain ignorant of the plan, and also remain in Stalingrad, as will I. Why would he have to stay there? Germany will never forget your sacrifice, my friend. Godspeed, my general. We have an army to save. Good. Flag killer. And a bunch more troops that I can do now. All my efforts from previous episodes have been lost. Oh well. I have to get the chair and have a sensation these guys are gonna die. Anyway, if I get to move them myself, This is really like the only Western evacuation zone hex. Who knows? Why are there only tanks here? Maybe there's no fuel. Anyway, I'll get to redeploying. Alright, we're ready to deploy here. First of all, let's give all these guys elites, and let's go and take a look. So, the Sturl Emil really does need no retaliation. Like this. You know, they also don't really have that much ammo. In fact, actually, I don't really like it that much. Bye. It's just too expensive, and I think actually I'm probably better off doing something with a Stug. Because they don't yeah, they only cost six slots. So let's take a look at the anti-tank. So what's the difference? +1 soft, +1 hard attack. Why? I wonder why they don't put any units near that. They can do that, right? They have sprites for the infantry. Why wouldn't they put some infantry right next to it? Like, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I know they didn't have that in the first game either, but just kind of found that weird always. Anyway, I probably should be getting a second fighter. Yeah. I think really 4 fighters, as it is, should be the norm. And these guys do have reduced slots. So that's looking okay. I do think on one of those as well. 4 artillery, 1 AT, one of these. Certainly looking for another pioneer. And there certainly are some better Hmm. Better things to do. So let's just quickly take a look. There's still an ignores entrenchment. But what do you have? I mean, the problem is if I take ignore entrenchment, I practically have to put a unit with no retaliation. Because otherwise, it's just straight up not useful. And this against infantry. This first aid is really not useful. Yeah, not a flag killer. Because give me ignore entrench. Oh, they already had. Okay, never mind. I do have 82. And I should be upgrading these. Let's give him that. And that. One thing that I can do here is I can take their field repairs and their field repairs, and I can put them on the Wolframen. It actually only needs one. It should at least go back to 10. That way. For free. So that's pretty useful. As for these, they're just not that great. There's not even that much use in getting them. Go get this. But I would say this barely matters. Well, let's get to deploying. So, I guess in terms of breaking out, I might just as well try to move to Kalach anyway. Somehow I have this sensation, I don't know, like it's not gonna be that hard, but can't really say that prematurely. Well, I can at least also move them. That's good. Just looking for a recon. There's just some regular road here. Like I said, I need to get to Kalach. So basically I'll be setting up a screen so that it's gonna be pretty unlikely I'm gonna get seriously damaged. They could still go in between there. That's okay. I cannot also protect everything with the AA, which, as it is, thus, yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, but shouldn't be too bad. Hmm. Well, and surprisingly, the Armenians were unable to hold their ground. So I'll just try to get them to move on a little bit. Seems like I have one unit out there, or one Russian unit. Might be an indication of where their first attack is going to come from. T-3442. Yeah, they... They do have a little bit more there. Alright, well, it means it's probably a good idea as well for me to try and keep that as a northern push. Well, at the same time, I'm going after these. The difficult part, I suppose, indeed, is just making sure that all your flanks are generally covered. Even in this case, they could technically fit in between there. Just like that. And that'd be a problem. Which also means I might need to leave a little bit of a gap in there. But that's just something I have to accept for now. Let's do it like that. Wow, what the heck? 5 damage. I'll be quite curious to see those odds there. Because 54, 40, 12 shots. Give them like 2 or 3. So I still got pretty lucky. Well, kind of sucks, but I guess it cannot be helped. Yeah, I'll keep you on this flank. That's pretty good, I think. Yeah, let's just shuffle them around, so that way I can actually kill them. So I can either shoot down both of these, but then not this. Alright, let's just start with taking the airfield. Can you move in there? Yes, you can. So I really want to try and get that artillery moving up as much as possible. Alright, that suggests to me probably a good idea to just attack them. Also because now I can move these guys to the next airfield. And start moving these down. I don't need to take that airfield, I just kind of need to get to Kalach. The fact that some of them can only move 2 hexes here. It is quite disappointing. I will have to move these air units next turn too. All right. Oh, it was a bomber. Ow. I really dislike the air system in this game, but whatever. Alright. I did talk about that plenty of times before. They ain't dead, eh? Let's see if I can... No, I can't. Okay. It was a real far stretch anyway to try and kill them with that. Do I already have SU 57s? Let's see. Or they are anti-tank. I do. Okay. These guys will recover over time. Sure, I'll just take that. I also don't really need access to that airfield anymore per se. At this rate, I just need to get there, and then from there I need to get down. That's the general strategy, at least. Especially infantry, etc. Should be careful. It's already a bit risky, but they would have to indeed coincidentally have to get through there. These guys are moving pretty well. Now they also cannot be encircled. That's fine. I mean, this way they have a very disorganized attack. I'm quite happy at that. Sweet. I don't really have a clue what they have there. All that matters in a way is getting away from Stalingrad. All right. So they're not going to be able to attack from the river. And they could attack in between. But given the situation, Unfortunately, that's somewhat of a risk I need to take right now. So that I'm also not leaving anything behind on those airfields. I'm only operating from this. Once I get to Kalach, things will kind of improve on that. I mean, I could pretty easily kill one of those. What I find interesting is that whatever unit they had there, it retreated. One other thing I could do is try to cross here, but I think it's much cooler trying to retreat from Kalach. So that'll be exactly what I'm doing. Well, I can certainly get an overrun on that. Also, Kalach gives me more air securities. Otherwise, I would need to take this airfield. I'm not saying it will be impossible. But let's see. They didn't die. That's fine. Ultimately, the goal is to make sure that I'm safe within the area. So I can get a few of those going. I'm not surprised that my AA isn't working that well in the snow here. Okay. Should be relatively easy to break, but still. Yeah.